Hi guys, this is Bailey, animal caregiver here at Sharkarosa. Today I will be doing our Facebook Live and we'll be doing our training session and talking about our Bobcat Kiara. Let's go ahead and start getting a look at her down here. So this is our Bobcat Kiara. She is 9 years old. Now her scientific name for bobcats is Lynx rufus, which sounds very fancy, and they are actually related to lynx, but they are not a lynx. They just look very similar. This type of bobcat is actually the smaller of them. Lynx are a lot bigger, usually have a fuller face and bigger ears and stuff like that. Now their conservation status is of least concern, so bobcats aren't endangered or anything like that at all. They're actually very adaptable to whatever surroundings or environment that they are in. If you hear screaming, those are our birds. They get jealous sometimes and they like to shout over us when we talk. So bobcats were first found 1.8 million years ago. That's when the first bobcat was ever found or seen, and ever since then we've always had bobcats. There's two subspecies of bobcats that range from Canada to Mexico, and so we have them here in Texas throughout most of the states here. You've probably seen some in your neighborhood or around your town. Now they do like to live alone in their own little territories, and the way that let other bobcats know, hi Kiara, she's ready for food, let other bobcats know that they're in their territories is that they will actually have marked the trees with either like their pee or their poop, or scratched on the trees with their claws. That's most common for most animals, just to let other bobcats or even other animals know that you are entering my land and I will hurt you if you think you're going to take over my land. Now this is very odd for especially cats. Males don't mind if lands are overlapped, but females hate it. Like they'll get mad and either kick the other female out of their land, hi, or try to get them to move out by chasing them if they're an older female. But males don't mind too much of overlap of territories. Now like I said, Kiara is only about 9 years old. Now in the wild, bobcats only usually live to be about 7 years. That's because they usually get health problems that they can't fix because they're not have like staff taking care of them because they're in the wild, or they'll get hunted. They are hunted a lot for their furs or to eat them. People do eat bobcats. I wouldn't do it, but people do. The oldest bobcat that's ever lived in the wild that they have on record is 19 years old, or 16 years old, sorry. And then in captivity, they live to be 10 to 12 years old. So Kiara, like I said, is 9, so she's a little bit of an older girl. So that's why she usually just wants to eat and go to sleep. The oldest bobcat in captivity was 32 years old though. So they can get pretty old up there. Now when they run, they can run 25 to 30 miles per hour, and they actually can swim, so they are great swimmers. So if you think you can get away from a bobcat from going in the water, because cats don't like water, that will actually not help you out. Only some cats don't like water. Tigers are big fans of water too. Now if you can get a good look at her whiskers there as she waves at y'all, say hi Kiara. She has long whiskers. Now whiskers are like fingerprints to cats. They use them, like us, we touch things. They'll touch stuff with their whiskers to feel around their surroundings, and also they use it to see if they can fit into holes. So before they get in a hole, if they get stuck, the whiskers are actually the length of their body, so they'll know if they're going to get stuck or not, and know if they can go in there or if they should not go in there. Bobcats have their names because they have that cute little bob tail. Let's see if we can get Kiara to move around so you can see her little tail. Come on. Show us your little tail. There it is. Now she does actually litter trained. I'll show you that real quick too. That is actually her big sandbox over there that she goes potty in. So she's a good outdoor bobcat. Now they got their name Bobcat because of that bob little tail they have, and that's one of the most ways you can tell if it's a bobcat or a lynx is they have that little bob tail, and they have the little tufts on their ears you can kind of see right there that are black on her one good ear. Now, bobcats are most active around twilight, and what they'll do is they'll get up around that time and they'll walk the whole outline of their territory, which usually can be 2 miles to 7 miles is what they walk each day. Now, during fall and winter, they'll become active during the daytime. Now, that is actually because that is when their prey is active. So because it's more warmer during the sun is out, the bobcats will change and adapt their behavior so they can still get food during those times, so they'll become active during the daytimes. Now, Kiara probably doesn't believe this, but they can go days without food. They don't have to have food every single day. But they also, when they do get a really good kill, especially in Canada where it's a lot colder, there's not small mammals around, which is what they usually tend to eat, they'll kill something bigger like a baby cow or a horse, and they'll hide the corpse under leaves or snow and then keep them come back for days and eat the rest of what's left over for days. So they're very good hunters. Depending on what they hunt, they can actually adapt their skills. So if it's something small that they're hunting, they'll just sit and wait for it to get closer and then attack it. But if it's something bigger, they'll stalk it and pounce on it. They can eat things, they usually eat things that are anywhere from 1 pound to 12 pounds. But they can eat bigger or smaller if they have to. They're very adaptable to literally any situation that they're in or any environment, which is why they aren't endangered at all, because they can adapt to us, the humans, creating stuff, and it doesn't really get in their way because they'll just pretty much attack anything else that they have. They can eat insects, birds, rabbits, mice, other cats. They can eat also other bobcats. Pretty much anything to stay alive they'll do. They're very smart. Now, I love bobcats, but unfortunately they are a threat to whooping cranes. They actually are the main threat to whooping cranes. So hopefully they won't attack them anymore. I know they're doing some work on making whooping cranes not as endangered as they are. Now, about babies, they do breed during winter and spring. Their gestation period is about 60 to 70 days. They can have 1 to 6, but most common they'll have 2 to 4 cubs. At the 9th or 10th day for the baby, oh, big yawn, they will open their eyes. At 4 weeks, the babies will start exploring around the little cave where the mom's at. And then at 2 months, they'll start eating. The mom will kick them off, no more milk for them. And then 3 to 5 months, they'll start walking around and hunting with mom. And then at 1 year old, just our one, they're already hunting on their own. That's also when usually the mom kicks them out. It's like, all right, go get a job. No more fending off my land. Get your own stuff. So bobcats are usually on their own at a very young age. Now, you might be wondering how we got Kiara. Now, she was someone's pet. That's correct. They had her as a household pet, found her on the side of the road. When bobcats are smaller, they look a lot like domesticated cats. And so it wasn't completely her fault until she realized it was a bobcat, and she decided to continue to have them as a pet. Eventually, the lady got a Chihuahua, and Kiara tried to eat the Chihuahua, and that's when she had to get rid of Kiara. So like I said, the first year the mom is with her baby, so Kiara missed out on learning how to hunt, where's the best places to hide, how to mate if she ever wanted to mate with another bobcat. And so she had to come here because she wouldn't survive in the wild. Now she still has those tendencies, the unlucky birds and rabbits that have flew in her habitat she has gotten, but after she gets them, she usually just kind of sits there and paws at them. She doesn't really know, yeah, that's your paw, I know I said paw. She doesn't really know what to do with them after that. We usually come clean it up and then give her actual food that's already skinned for her and everything, because she doesn't know how to eat it. That's why she's with us and has been with us since then. Now you get a good look at her. She's actually very skinny and very fit looking right now. She does have a slight limp because she is an older cat. That's just really common. Cats won't realize they have hip issues until they jump on something and realize, oh, that didn't feel right. And then they'll usually become less active on jumping on stuff. So we do training with her to try to help with her flexibility and have her become more active, and also so she doesn't get chunky. Kiara had a while where she was chunky for a bit, so we're trying to fix that, make sure she stays a slim, good weight bobcat and not a fat, chunky, sleepy bobcat that all she wants to do is eat and sleep. She is 9 years old. So we're going to go ahead and start the training session. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Try to get them as best as I can. So right here we have chicken. That's probably her favorite food. She's pretty good at most of her tricks. So what I'll do is I'll ask for a command, be it sit, rise, on, off, which she gets on and off the platform, or I have her do paw, where she puts her paw on this little red mark. Any of those things, I'll click if she does the right behavior, and she does it when I ask for it, and then I'll give her a piece of chicken with the tongs. She's very excited. Please don't distract my boot. If anytime she doesn't want to do something, we don't make them do it. It's a partnership when we train our animals, so they don't get mad or don't want to ever train with us. Kiara usually is pretty good. Sometimes she gets in a little bit of a temper and doesn't want to do anything. So we'll go ahead and start and see if she'll do it with us. Alright, rise. Rise. Good girl. Sit. Down. Good girl. Now I count down when I see those shoulder blades on the back of her body kind of pop up. Oh, I see. Now you might be surprised to know that Kiara doesn't really chew her food too much. She mainly eats it whole. Whenever we do our white lion live feed, which will be eventually soon, you will see that they take 100 years to chew their food, even though they are 10 times bigger than Kiara is. She's just more, I guess, trained and more mature on how to eat her food, and she knows the faster you eat it, the faster you can get more. So we'll see if she'll do on, off. On. Oh my gosh, we're so smart. Off. Now this is really common training that you can do with your household cat, your goldfish, your lizard, your dog. Literally, you can train anything. The only problem you might have is trying to find something that's like motivational for them to want to do. Now all animals love food. Kiara, lucky for us, loves food. She always wants food. Up. Sit. Down. Good girl. Now we get our meat from Walmart, donations on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's how we're able to feed some of our animals here with produce and their meat that they donate to us. And then we also sometimes get shrimp donated, which is her favorite. She really likes that. So we'll go ahead and start doing paw. This is the one we're working on with her. So like I said, I'm going to ask for her paw, and she's going to put it on the red spot, and I'll click and then give her the meat. This is the one we're working on. The reason we started doing training, like I said, she was very chunky for a while, and it's just unhealthy for them to have too much weight. So it helped her get up, get active, but it also makes them think. So we don't want them just sitting in there all the time just bored mentally. We want them to have stuff they have to do and think out that keeps them active and keeps their brain kind of alive. So that's why we do like training like this, because it helps them think and figure out what we want from them and keeps them pretty entertained. Also, if she ever starts having issues when we have to draw blood or give her medicine because she's having, I don't know, worse limp or anything like that, we'll be able to do that without sedating her. Because when an animal's older, sedation can get kind of risky because they won't always wake up from it. Paw. Oh my gosh, we're so cute. Beth wants to know if we can bring food donations. Unfortunately, no. We're not allowed to take food donations from the public, just from like an actual business. If you want to help us, I didn't ask for your paw. You want to help us that way, though, we can get gift cards for Walmart or D&L or Tractor Supply or something like that, and we can use the gift cards. We just can't accept food from the public. All right, paw? Paw? She's mad because I didn't cook it when she did it. I didn't ask for your paw now, but I'm asking for it now. Paw? Good girl. Already done. She's so fast. Paw? Oh my gosh. It's like spaghetti to her. So Christy asked what other types of enrichment does she like. She likes roses, boxes. You can kind of see in the back there we have a box with a tent and a blanket, some little wood toys that we sprayed like perfume or lotion on. She really likes blankets. I guess we all love blankets, and even to cats. I did not ask for your paw. Paw. Good girl. So anything like that that has a scent. She kind of likes papers too, and she really loves cat toys, like catnip. If it has a toy that has catnip on it, she'll love it. There used to be one that was like twisty and then had a ball on top, and she would sit there and paw at it for hours. She really likes Vicks Vapor Rub. She loves the scent of Vicks. I don't know why, but she'll spend hours just rubbing her face in it. Maybe I'll find a video of it. I know I have videos of it, and I can post it later on our Facebook so y'all can see it. It is very cute. Paw? Good girl. Now you might be asking, why don't I click it and give her a treat when she does it when I don't ask? Well, I don't want her just sticking her paw outside this fence whenever she feels like it, because that could be dangerous. I want her to only do it when I ask for her. Then I know she's actually learned it. Paw? Kiara, paw. What are you doing with the other paw? What are you doing? Kiara, paw? Good girl. Now you can train most animals to do anything as long as you have patience and you listen to what they're saying. They're not always going to want to train every day. There are days where Kiara doesn't want to train and she makes it very clear, so we don't force her to. Paw? Oh, she is such a good girl. Get that one. Yeah. Slurp, slurp, slurp. It must be something with cats. Daniel's sister's cat also loves Vicks Vapor Rubs. I think it's just the scent. Cats just love that scent. I don't know why. Paw? Good girl. She's trying to eat the chicken that's on the fence still. Paw? Paw? Is there any other tricks I want to see her do? I can have her do on, off, rise, sit, down again if you want. Paw's just the one she's working on the most right now. Good. So Crystal wants to know how long we've been working with her with the paw thing. I would say probably like 2-ish months. It took a really long time for us to get her to put her paw on the outside. I said paw, so I'll give it to her. To put her paw on the outside, to have her target something. Hold on, I'll show you. We used to have an old target we did with her that we just have her put her face on. So once she knew how to target, we slowly switched it from there. This used to be her old target, and she would just put her nose on it and we would click. And then I added the red dot and I put it against the fence like this and switched it that she had to put her paw on it, which took a while for her to understand, maybe like a week. She's really smart. And then I got this, which we could just put on the outside and have her just touch the red and just focus on the red and put her paw on it and then click. That was probably about a week. And then I think we've been spending most of the time trying to get her not to put her paw outside the fence unless we ask for her paw. Because then she got really good at just like sticking her paw out there all the time. We're like, no, 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 please don't scratch us. So I would say it's been about 2 months for her to get to where she is now. And eventually we'll take out this and have like something that encases her paw when she puts it out to us and get her to leave it out. Because eventually we want her just to leave her paw out for us so we can like fake stick her with a needle and then see how long she'll last with that. Because we eventually want to be able to draw blood from her if we had to. She's like, all right, feed me, Mom. I did not ask. Paw? Paw? Good girl. And she's smart. She will try to get out of having to do too much work. She'll like just be like, I stuck my paw up. Does that count? Be like, no, it does not, young lady. Take it. Take it. And sometimes we get like ground beef or stuff like that, and if it's not something she really likes, she really won't do it. I will gladly do on off again. On. Off. Oh yeah, she's smart. The little food. She only has like 3 more pieces of food left. If y'all want to see anything else, let me know. If y'all have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll try to answer them. She's also one of our hands-off animals. So we have monkeys, bears, obviously the lions that we don't go in and we don't ever touch because they will kill you. She won't kill you. She'll just like mess you up. Even though she was a pet, she's not crazy friendly. She does not want us to pet her, despite I would love to pet her. She's not cuddly, though she looks like she should be. She mainly, when we go in there, stares at you from afar, so we have someone watch you while you go in there and clean up. You never want to turn your back on an exotic animal like this because they will pretty much attack you if they get the chance, especially cats. They're very smart and tricky. Don't be confused by how cute her face is. She evil, but I love her. So we never try to touch her at all. She is one of my sit animals, so we do like emotional enrichment here at Sharkarosa, where interns and staff pick an animal that they want to just sit here and just like spend time with, and socially they get social with that person. She's gotten kind of social with me. It's gotten a little bit friendly with some of the other staff, which she'll come up to us and we're like, ah, but usually she walks off and gets bored. She is, no problem, Robin. She is 9 years old and she was someone's pet. So I didn't say this, but in the state of Texas, it's actually illegal to own any animal that's native to Texas as a pet. So bobcats, skunks, raccoons, alligators, you can't own those things like pets. The lady eventually found out she was a bobcat, tried to keep her, but she got a chihuahua, and Kiara tried to attack the chihuahua. Chihuahua's fine, but she couldn't go back, and so she came here with us. Oh yeah, we can see if she still knows how to do target with the paddle. She'll probably do it. It's easy. Okay, so I'm gonna say target and she's gonna put her nose to the paddle. Oops, hold on, let me switch my hair. Oh yeah, she's like, oh yeah, let me do my old trick I know how to do. Target. Target. See if I can get the girl at target. 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 We used to make her do it 3 times. And there's your little piece of meat. She only has 3 pieces left. I'm gonna just give them to her. They're very tiny. Don't know if y'all can hear the birds. They have a lot to say about the matter. Now, I've worked with bobcats before, and she is a little bit bigger, just like her face in general, than an average bobcat. But there's a bunch of like subspecies of bobcats, so she probably is just a different subspecies. But she's a lot bigger than the average bobcat. But not as big as a lynx. They're like the medium-sized cats in like feline family. Look at this pretty girl. Do you have any other questions about Kiara? Anything at all? If you have them, just put them in the comments. Like I said, we are a non-profit organization. Sharkarosa will be doing these videos every single day. So if there's any animals you want to see, leave it in the comments or on our Facebook page. We already have white lions that people have said, and we're working on doing that. We have a lot of different things right now. Hi! We also are accepting donations on our Facebook page, our website, gift cards for Walmart, D&L, or Tractor Supply to get the guys food, or anything like that. If you have any questions at all, definitely let us know. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, and we also have a brand new YouTube channel, so make sure you go like us on that. Thank you guys again so much. She's not gonna come back up here. Kiara, you gonna say bye? She's like, I gotta clean myself. Alright guys, thank you so much again. Y'all have a great day. Bye!